All right, everybody, welcome back to FreightWaves Now. It's Wednesday, which means that it is time to put somebody on the hot seat. Asking the question, is a hot dog actually a sandwich or not? Just kidding, that's her own question. But here is FreightWaves' Mary O'Connell on the hot seat today.
Welcome once again into the hot seat, where we prepare one unsuspecting individual for 10 questions that they have to answer. And today our special guest is 3PL expert, FreightWaves connoisseur, Mary O'Connell. Mary, how you doing?
I'm good, Bill. How are you?
I'm warm, as you can tell. Are you ready for 10 questions?
I am. I'm pretty excited. I feel like they can't be that bad, but I guess we'll find out.
We'll find out.
I feel like my seat's gotten a little warmer, so let's see what happens.
Okay, all right. First question is almost always the same. What do you think right now is the biggest problem in freight?
Honestly, probably driver parking. I'm going to go with driver parking because that affects everybody, and it kind of makes life harder for drivers that don't need their life any more difficult than it is.
Gotcha. All right. You have, number two, you have spent some time as a broker. Yes. Mm-hmm. All right. Here's your question. What's the worst nightmare as a broker that you've seen that happened to somebody else?
I think it would be probably when someone got their load taken hostage, and the carrier that like took it hostage was like, if you don't stop calling me about this load, I will send it on a boat, because it was up in like the Seattle area. They're like, I'll send it on a boat to like across the ocean. And I was like, what is happening? I know they had to end up getting the police involved and get like an escort in there. Like, it was literally the definition of like, I'm sorry, can you repeat what you just said? Because this is not real. So yeah, that's when I was like, maybe I don't want to ever pick up the phone again.
Oh, wow. That's bad. All right. So number three, if you could pick one person in the freight industry, living or dead, to pick their brain, who would you want to have dinner with?
I'd have to go with the head of transportation and logistics for Walmart, because Walmart's just what everybody strives to be, you know, like they have it, they're on it, they're crushing it. And I mean, they've come up with some really creative solutions, and they've been able to fix a lot of problems with money, which is great, but also through creativity. So I think I would like to sit down and have a chit chat with them.
All right. That's a great answer there. Number four, going back to your broker roots, what's the best advice that you would have for a broker in lean times like we're having now?
Don't be mean to your carriers. They are the backbone that you have. So for me, I've always been a carrier relations person. I don't care if I have to sit on the phone and listen to one of my carriers have a conversation with his wife, or look up a Nintendo Switch for his son. Like, I will go that extra mile, because it might only take me 5 minutes, but that's something that they're going to remember, and that's something that when I'm in a pinch and I need something moved, they're gonna be able to help me out. So definitely those core carriers, just, see what you can do for them, and don't be mean to your carriers, and stop throwing your carriers under the bus for every time something goes wrong.
That's interesting to throw a carrier under the bus. But anyway, number five, we know that you are a person that is out and about and on the go. What is your gas station food drink combo of choice?
So I actually have never really had gas station food. It's very weird. I have a thing about the rollers, and I just feel like it's always dirty. But there is a QT by my house, so people in the Midwest might probably know what that is. It's Quick Trip. They have a whole kitchen inside of there now, so I've had their soft pretzels and they're pretty good. But other than that, I'm a Sprite girly. I'm a fountain Sprite girly all day long.
All right, then. Number six, if you could change one law in the freight industry, what would it be?
Remove non-competes.
All right. That's got a lot of
non-competes.
That's got a lot of push behind it right now, and a lot of resistance there as well. Number 7. What do you think is, in your experience, and that is the entire experience, what do you think is the biggest mistake being continuously made in the freight industry?
Honestly, just probably trying to pass the buck off to somebody else. And whether it's like when a problem happens, you're like, oh, well, I don't really handle that, so I'm going to push you off to somebody else. Or, oh, I don't really know, go talk to, like, if you have a carrier that calls at the guard jack and says, guard jack won't let me in. Okay, well, like, just here's a shipper, call them, do whatever. It literally takes 5 minutes for you to just go and try and trace down that problem. And then you can have it solved. Like, just I know it's hard and annoying and cumbersome to deal with problems as they come up, but just handle it, because then you have to send someone else to somebody else and they have to restart the story all over again. And then each time you go, everyone's getting more and more frustrated and annoyed. So just handle the problems as they come. Stop trying to pass the buck off.
All right. Number 8. What is the best book that you have ever read that has helped you in the freight industry? And it doesn't necessarily have to be a freight-centric book.
If you look closely, you might be able to see it. The CFR 49 that sits down there. Okay. That's pretty helpful to know about your hazardous chemicals when you're shipping chemicals. So obviously that would probably be the most helpful book that I've read. But I haven't like sat down and read it cover to cover, because honestly, who has time for that?
Okay, that certainly qualifies. Number 9, great question here for you. If you would happen to get locked in a warehouse for one night, it could be any warehouse for any company, what would it be and where would we find you in the morning?
It would be a Sam's Club or a Costco warehouse, because even though it technically is a store, it is still technically a warehouse. And you would find me up on the pallet with lights basically you would find me reenacting the movie Employee of the Month, because I unironically do love that movie. I know it's Dane Cook and Jessica Simpson at their finest, like classic early 2000s. You would find me reenacting that movie, like just that's where you would find me. And I love it. And that's where you would find me.
No qualms here. Last question, it's always the same. Fill in the blank. Freight is blank.
Freight is weird.
Okay.
It's like, would you like some elaboration?
Just a little bit.
So freight is weird because not every freight situation is the same. Like, you could literally pick up the phone and be dealing with tires and put the phone down, and the next conversation could be about produce. There's so many times where I've been sitting at my desk talking to carriers, talking to shippers, talking to anybody, and I'm just, the amount of things I'm switching between, you're just like, man, this is a really weird job that I have, where someone just called me and is like, hey, can you move a hunk of frozen chicken? Sure, no problem. Hey, can you move $1 million research tractor? Sure, no problem. Have a nice day. So you're just like, what is my job? What is my job? I'm just moving weird things. So yeah, freight's just weird. It's fun, but it's weird.
Well, your job now is that you're off the hot seat.
It really wasn't that, I don't feel like my seat's any hotter than it was before, so it really wasn't that bad.